We've got ourselves a hot one tonight, not just because of the temperature outside in the USA, but we've got Not Interested versus Theory of Dunk, aka the Dunk Masters. And my name is Ro. I'm joined here by Boxcar, and we've got
Hi.
Console the cameraman. Boxcar, talk to us. What's going on here?
It's not that hot out. It's like 60.
Okay, well, I live in Florida, so that's my excuse.
You live in a swamp.
Yeah, it was swampy. It was extra swampy today. Like, it wasn't just hot, it was humid.
Anyway. Hi. So you want to start with a roster rundown and let's go over their seasons. We do have
Sure, I'm
open
gonna talk.
servers, so-
I kind of want to talk about like name both these teams because I have stakes in both sides, but I'm gonna go with Dunk because I've actually played with one of the members on the Dunk team.
Go for it.
So on the Dunk squad, we've got your standard Pablo the Medic with Maccabeus, aka Mac, on demo. We've got Daffodil and Jeff, the soldiers, and Shiny on scout with Phone, one of my previous teammates. The other scout, legend in his time.
Scuffed yumps. Yeah, they've had, for being IM move-ups, they've had a pretty good season. Like, they haven't been winning a lot of matches, but they've been playing a lot of teams fairly close. I remember they played, earlier in the season, they played Sandblast team really well, and Sandblast team, Ford Gaming, they're like pretty much set for 3rd seed, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they've got a lot of potential, but what they've got up against tonight is definitely not something to snuff at. They're already picking the sides. It's this revival team consisting of Ninja Nick the Medic, Ash on Scout, Patty on Soldier, Corsa making his comeback on Scout, Kryptonite on Soldier as well, and Stock, another comeback on demo.
Patty is on Soldier. It's just it's a coin flip as to what class Patty's gonna play on a given night, but I'll let you take away this man.
We also have a critical Craig in the hands of one Ninja Nick, but getting into the mid, Stock is gonna make his way over the main entrance, getting a little bit of early damage onto Mac, as well as Pablo taking a little bit of extra damage. Kryptonite makes the jump onto the slope, but gets taken down by the Mr. Daffodil. A lot of damage coming out, but Patty is not going to make anything happen here. Dunkmasters has taken complete control of the frags here, and Corsa tries to push forward. Stock going for a very interesting bomb, going to get caught out. Pablo not even getting grazed by a single sticky, and that's why you don't run Stock.
That's a very impressive mid out of Dunkmasters. However, Ninja Nick is up on his crits. Will he give it to Corsa? No, he will not. They're scared.
No.
Well, now it's fairly useless. Pablo's on 90% Uber. He's actually, he just started healing again. He's climbing up the spire, and now they do have Uber, so Ninja Nick's crit is pretty useless. Oh,
you say that, and now it's a drop because they just immediately peek around the corner, get a little bit of extra damage, try to get some players, but finally a little bit of that extra effort comes out from the Dunkmasters, playing all around these battlements, takes them down. Oh, a lot of damage coming out into Stock as well on the lower right. Thankfully, he was able to put too much damage into Mac's face, so he's very low. And with poor Shiny getting a 2-shot by Ash inside the lobby, there's going to be a lot of opportunities here for the Not Interested crew to make their way out into Spire.
I wasn't expecting I mean, it was an incredible play out of Kryptonite to get that drop there. But it looks like things have stabilized. They weren't able to get the point off the crits. They still do have crits at the phone going down to Kryptonite. But Dunk is still in control of the Spire, and Spire is so important to be in control of.
Yeah, with 2 players behind in the lobby, and then the initiation coming out. A lot of strong stuff from Daffodil, dropping Ninja Nick as he makes his way out of the shutter. Maccabeus, though, might get caught out here by Kryptonite, who's very low on HP. Stock also trying to put a little bit of pressure on. Finally, thankfully, Dunkmasters have taken care of the 2 players that were behind, while having that Ninja Nick advantage. He only just now spawned, so this is a full Uber advantage against, finally, an Uber being pulled out by Ninja Nick, but he's not even going to be close.
Looks like they're going to take this right in on Shiny and Mac through the top, keeping them locked in spawn so well. There's no contest for the point. Stock finally getting on it. Oh, big pipe out of Mac to kill 2 players, but they're actually not interested. Not interested was very close to holding that. I was about to say not interested holding the point, but they were unable to. Very good Uber coming out of Mac and Shiny to just keep them in spawn.
Yeah, Kryptonite was standing inside the inner lip that is inside the chute in that little place on last, but it doesn't block the point because it's just a little bit too high up. At this next mid, we see a closet push coming out from Not Interested, getting a lot of pressure out, but Maccabee is doing a very good job of putting stickies all over that entrance. So Ninja Nick just walks right into it and dies, but thankfully Patty made his way through the lobby and house. Gonna get taken down, though, after taking out Mac. But the Dunk Masters are definitely coming in full force here. Stock waiting for that health to respawn for him. Both scouts making their way back to the point. This is what Badlands mid is for in MGE. We'll see how they approach it. Looks like Kryptonite's trying to make an opening here for his team, but Stock backs up, trying to get some resub. Kryptonite will join him, so the respawns from Dunk Masters will be returning.
They won the ad 4 mid, but it was a better mid out of 1989, but it's still they still lost Ninja Nick so early in the mid. It was like they have to do a better job at protecting him. And it's like Dunk Masters mids are really good. It's like I wasn't expecting them to win them this dominantly. I thought they might be able to get a couple, but so far maybe it's only there's just 2, but there's a 100% win rate on the mids.
Things have stabilized. Both teams now have their Uber. Kryptonite's trying to do a little bit of poking and prodding from the patio, but nothing much going on there. Phone also playing very defensively, keeping an eye on this sight line into the house. Stock tries to pick a little bit aggressively right there, doesn't really pick up any 1-2 pipes going on, but Jeff can make him around the bend, and instantly, as soon as he lands, his own rocket that he used to try and get another jump in kills himself. So very good initiative from Not Interested to get the damage out. Really good spam coming out from Maccabeus, but he's gonna get spammed out. Kryptonite pressuring, and a follow-up bomb from Patty in the lower valley is definitely gonna put a damper on this. Maccabeus is so low on health. If they just find an opening, they could have potentially gotten that and definitely gotten the floodgates open for rushing in. Oh, nice little pipe fade away from the choke. Stock's gonna pick that up, and I don't know if they're gonna take this opportunity or not.
Of course, dying to the sticky trap and chokes up. It was really funny. Jeff getting rolled. Oh my god, Jeff got rolled. Daffodil in on the medic. Gets the force though, big force. They do have, 1989 does have good player ad though. But it looks like they're not gonna get anything out of their Uber. Unfortunate for them. Kryptonite bombing it. Oh! Phone getting destroyed. And Pablo getting the force. This is a very exciting little exchange there. But it looks like Dunk Masters is coming out on top. Patty! Big bomb from the valley onto the fridge. And a Mad 61 Shiny going down as well.
Jeff making one last ditch effort. Can't quite seal the deal.
Phone,
On a 30 HP. But
Scuff
there it
yomps!
is. Immediately into the face of Ninja Nick. What a very late death. Fridge is going to have a 50% ad. That's Pablo. Gonna be a little bit behind though because he had a back spawn, but definitely a substantial advantage to work with here. The Dunk Masters are gonna lose their Spire, unfortunately, but Ash is on the hunt right now. He's lower, trying to get this little bit of pressure out in this lobby. Might get pushed into, but he's just sneaking in. He might even go straight for last. No one's watching it. Oh my god, this is the opportunity, but he's waiting. He's waiting very patiently. Oh, they're aware. They're like, we gotta back up. Oh man, Ash could have definitely finished the round right there if he went straight for it. There was nobody around.
They do have a very significant Uber advantage here, but it looks like Dunk is actually like content to hold last. They've got Phone on Sniper and Shiny on Engineer, and setting up that gun. It's yeah, they have like 40-50% Uber advantage, and they're still just sitting around. That's Badlands for you though.
It's not really. I can't speak to the meta where we're at as far as pushing out of last. You would think an Uber would be enough, but I think these days
it's never enough.
Yeah, you need so much more than just an Uber because there's so many positions you have to clear just to push into lobby. and let alone getting into spire. So definitely unfortunate that despite their huge ad, they can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
A
looks
little bit
like
of pressure.
it's time for everybody's
Ooh.
favorite part of TF2, the Badlands the last stalemate.
No. This is not the stalemate. This is the lab. This is where you do these strats, where you get the double soldiers from barrel, trying to spam out that gun, and then
Oh,
Patty
Daffodil
picks
going
up the
down.
frag onto Daffodil, who was a little bit anxious to try and punish these soldiers. Kryptonite gonna shoot the barrel. Not very good aim there. And a scout rushed from lower right from my angle. Patty
Presumably.
tried to follow up, but can't quite get it in because Jeff is on lockdown.
I'm just assuming Ash went for a sack there. Go up spy or sniper. Ash, yeah, he's on spy.
You know, he was going for the point, and he
Oh,
almost got
sentry
it.
goes down. That's might be able to make something work off that. Shiny building up the sentry gun again though. Only level 1. Will Phone hit the shot that he needs to hit? So Patty got charge shot.
Those charge shots are just very antsy. But we do see Ash did pull up on that
Ash
spy.
has made it in. He's in.
He
They're
has
unaware.
inserted himself, and
getting
Corsa got
headshot
taken down by
Phone.
the phone. That's whew, stepping it up for sure. Ash still playing that very patient game. This is the right time for a little bit of initiation from the Dunk Masters, but Daffodil will go down. But it's nice. Maccabeus was able to pick up the frag onto the Demo Man. There is definitely an opportunity to push here. Not only did they get the force, but with no Demo Man, there's a lot more openings and a lot more entrances you can take.
They forgot about Ash.
Fearing. But yeah, Ash is going to make his way to the point, but thankfully Phone is right there. He knows it. Oh, he's got that pyro. He knows.
Oh my god.
And then Ash crumbles into ash of his own. The scouts start making their way to the point. It's Shiny as well as Mac getting a little bit of pressure out here in the yard. But then I got pushed back by Jeff in the diag, and Jeff might be able to find an opportunity here to pick up Corsa. Gets a lot of good damage, but he lands on the pack after the last rocket connects, and Corsa just barely survives it. Still Uber in the hands of Pablo. They gotta wonder how they're gonna get the ground with the way Badlands works on these mids.
I think they're just gonna wait for their spawn and let it even out. They don't want to risk taking the push without their pocket. And Ninja Nick is now like 10% away from his Uber, so it's not really worth it. They might let their pocket spawn up and actually take an exchange. Oh, never mind. Jeff going down to Patty. Patty getting 2 kills on the flank.
So what happened there is Patty did this high bomb in diag to try and catch out Jeff unawares, and it absolutely worked. He got a great rocket to follow up, and then the scout got caught out as he was rushing to try and punish it. But that's where the support from the scout was. Right away,
oh my god, Ash gets the drop on Pablo.
That's exactly where it's at.
The flank plays on a not interested, doing the work. Getting 2 picks and opening it up, even when it looked like not interested was gonna lose when they lost their I believe they lost Patty and Stock, and that was like such a good position for Dunk to be in. Ash comes out of nowhere and gets the drop. Nobody was even like looking at him.
That's what happens when you're down too many players and trying to hold down your choke.
Actually taking the exchange, or not the exchange, but the Uber in, getting the gun. Of course they're getting Daffodil on that pyro. Of course the clearing stickies off the point. Looks like they're ready to start baiting the point and get the cap. And yeah, they couldn't get in there.
Textbook push.
Finally.
Take that. Yeah.
There goes round 2. Now 1-1 in no one's favor.
Yes, it is very much even. But Dunkmasters have maintained that 100% win rate at these mids, but Stock is much faster this time around. Won't be able to get too much damage onto Mac, though. Very quick bomb coming out from Patty into the face of Pablo. He gets 2 good rockets, but won't be able to finish it off. But the pressure is on, and Patty is rotating into Daffodil. Doesn't pull it off, though. A little bit of action going on. All of Not Interested are in their choke and completely out of the fray. Patty's just now jumping onto the Shiny, who will be able to survive just a little bit there. Pablo arrows it back up, and Patty is dispatched with 2 players down on the side of Not Interested, but they will have their Uber very much ahead of Pablo.
Looks like they're actually not opting to push in. They're working the flank though. I changed my mind. Phone going down on the flank to Ash. She was like back in their lobby. Now it looks like a regular stalemate. They're gonna send the counter sack. Kryptonite going down. Of course, actually pressuring the demo. Almost doesn't get punished for it though.
There's a lot of action happening in these valley fights from the flank. Very good stuff from both sides of these great teams. Right now the push is coming in. It's Shiny immediately popping the Uber off, gonna get straight into the face of Ninja Nick, who's pulling off his best pure pants. He's been trained so hard and he survives. The pop finally comes out. Shiny dancing on top, of course. They're finally gonna get dispatched with, and Stock is desperate to push through this choke, but doesn't really have any other opportunities to push forward while the rest of the flank is coming in through the valley. Big bomb coming out, but Maccabeus will barely survive the onslaught and then get taken out by a chip shot from afar. There's the full wipe on the curtails of the push, and Stock is going straight to the forward spawn to spawn camp Shiny. Poor lad.
Does he know? He knows. He's too. Yeah, he back spawned. And looks like another straight last hold in Dunk's favor, or not in their favor, but coming out of Dunk. They do get their spawns though, 6 up, and they not interested. Doesn't quite have Uber yet. Phone up on that sniper might be able to make something work for his team. They don't call him phone work for nothing.
Yeah, he's about to drop a line on any of these players, and that's going to be the end of their push advantage. They have 40% ad, but one snipe is all it's going to take for them to say, we can't do this, guys. Nice little charge shot there. Will connect onto a poor, unsuspecting, not interested player.
The Uber does come in. Oh, of course they're getting double donked at the beginning of that Uber, slowing it down a little bit, but not enough. Stock gets a sentry gun down, and of course behind the point, or no, that's Patty, my bad. Ash getting the pick on the phone, but looks like the frags are actually going in the favor of Dunk. And even players will not interested take this fight here. No, they won't.
They've opted to back out through the lobby, maintain their disadvantage, if that could be the way to say it. They are aware of the Uber now in the hands of Pablo. Now they got to play as much bully, as much obstacles as they can to try and put Dunkmasters in between a rock and a hard place on this Badlands last. And they're definitely keeping eyes out. They don't want to make sure, they want to know exactly where these players start working in, and they do spot out Phone on the right side of that lobby, going to be calling it out from afar. Phone clearing out the traps, doesn't detonate.
Get them all.
Yeah.
Will they be content? Ninja Nick is coming up in his Uber. I think they're content to just sit on last. Yeah, Shiny's getting that, moving his gear up again.
So now we have the Ubers ready. Once again, it's just like you said earlier, it's not enough to push out with just an Uber ad. Even though they technically did have the numbers, more or less.
No, it was even numbers, and not interested
based on
actually.
the respawns, it was technically an advantage, but yeah.
Not interested kited that really well as well. What they were able to just play.
He's clearing these stickies like a madman. Finally gonna crater. And take the damage down, but Kryptonite's snuck his way over to the bottom left. Gonna take the Uber as they walk forward, get the force onto Pablo. But Mac was disconnected. Does not survive that exchange. And Kryptonite will go down at the expense of it though, and so will Corsa. Dunkmasters are not gonna falter at their demo man's loss. And wow, Not Interested is completely backed out. Spire is open for business, but they are gonna be contesting on this Gray Bridge. But it will be tough with one less soldier. Ooh.
Oh, Patty in from behind, bombing the Spire, doing a lot of damage. No kills though. Daffodil going down to a spam fight from Stock. Patty getting cleaned up by Scuffed Yomps. Forgot his name. Phone.
Don't call him Scuffed Yomps.
What?
That's disrespect. He just took down Ash with no fear.
He's Scuffed
That's
Yomps.
not Scuffed Yomps at all.
He's baby Yomps.
That's fair. That's a good way to put it.
They're actually,
Yomps.
yeah, they're looking to contest bats here with their player ad. Shiny going down though, so looks like they lost the player ad. Ash up on Sniper. Yeah, they're pushing. Dunk is pushed all the way back on their last. Even Ubers. Ash up on Sniper. Will Shiny spawn Engineer as he's done it? Nope, he's on Scout. Wait, I'm a genius. Oh no, he just resub. Phone, however, on the Sniper though.
I like this play with the Sniper. It's how you change it up. You gotta get those really smart plays.
Ash
We're,
looking to peek main here. Will Ash get anything? Oh, wait. According to my good friend Console, phone is on Huntsman right now.
Yeah, that's what I was breaking it down. You gotta mix it up. But a great force comes out from Patty as he snuck his way from the lower lobby. Got signed by the fake Psy guy. And looks like Dunkmasters are at an end of their rope as the push is starting to come in to get the force out a little bit early. A lot of loose cannon shots going to be knocking heads. They make their way through the left side, and Kryptonite does a lot of damage with Stock also throwing his little bit of help there. But the soldiers are doing so much. It is one up. Patty at the diag all the way back to the house. Not going to be doing anything else, and Dunkmasters are really paranoid, but they're going to call it for it. They see Patty at choke. They know there's not a back cap. Nice little direct there on a shiny as he just peeks his head. But finally, they managed to find their way. That's what it takes. It takes an entire wipe to push out a Spire.
Basically. That was I noticed in earlier last push, Not Interested was doing a really good job at keeping Dunk in their spawn because Dunk wasn't really kiting to the other side in that last push. Like, I noticed that they just did it better. Daffodil bombing in, actually being a distraction for the Uber coming out of house. Not really gonna get much though. It was Not Interested kited really well. There's some good damage. Ash and Patty on the back cap. They're not gonna get it though. Now this is so bad for Not Interested. There are 2 players down and even Ubers. Ninja Nick doesn't have it yet, but he's about to. It looks like they're actually going to take this through push and take this push through house and try to pincer with their 2 players behind. Kryptonite bombing in and getting the medic, but the frags going in neither team's favor. Both teams exchanging frags. Kryptonite about to go down. These scouts actually lives. Good job from Ninja Nick.
Yeah, but they haven't started the cap at all, so the force spawns are still going to be in the hands of the Dunkmasters. And they definitely have enough support to keep it from being spawn camped at this time. What was interesting about that positioning where they were, you know, they had the 2 behind, the Uber in front of them. They weren't backing out to deal with it, but they did get the force off, but Pablo just could not find the escape in time, especially with the soldiers that were behind pincering. And as a result, Maccabee is also playing a little bit too far out, trying to play defense for his team when they're all the way at last.
That's
That is
so
not the position
bad.
you want to have when you're a demo man.
They don't have Spire, and Ash is just running into lobby. Oh no.
Man. That's what happens when you haven't played TF2 in a hot minute.
Bot
All these ancient players. They forget the standards.
They're just now getting the cap, Ash on it, but they had already used their Uber on last. Pablo 60%. Frags are actually going even. I was not expecting that. Jeff going down as well to Ash. Ash might get this here. Nah,
No.
Too many scouts.
Stock might grab one though.
That was so good for Not Interested, but they just bought it out and didn't cap Spire. And now Uber is still in Ninja Nick's favor, but only like by 15%. It's gonna be another stalemate. How are they gonna do this to us?
Yeah,
Phone up on Spy though. This will be.
I need you to.
And he's out of spawn.
I need you to listen. This is not a stalemate. This is the lab. This is where you can do fun strats and just throw bodies into last and try and break this not so formidable defense. Even though Dunkmasters have done a really good job defending last, this is where you can do all the funky strats like a bayonet spy on last playing defense. And he's gonna decloak right now and kill poor Corsa, who's cutting himself.
Corsa?
And there goes Ninja.
What? Oh, he gets the stab. Oh, no more though. His team managed to turn around, but that's so good. Although, I don't know if they're gonna push off it. It's very unlikely that they don't push off that because they can't find an entrance. Shiny is still up on Engineer, so unless they're just leaving this gun to watch last, this might just continue for nothing to happen. Dunk finally up on their Uber. Tick tock, tick tock. The Uber is just ever decreasing. Waiting. Their Uber ad is oh, pause? I believe there's a pause.
There are no bicycles. No one's jumping in this game.
Console, I didn't hear what you oh, unpause. Console, am I allowed to say shithouse?
Closet is a good name.
Okay.
Also, I'm not console, in case you listeners out there heard boxcar ask console for an answer, and I responded.
Well,
Console
did
responded
respond.
too, but I was the voice that you all heard. And console wants to make sure you know that console responded.
Alright, shut up about console. We have a match. Phone
We
up
have
on
a
Huntsman
stalemate, as
Sniper
you say.
again. Phone up on the Huntsman. He's Ash going down. Oh, Ninja Neck was in phone's sights. If he was on the regular sniper rifle, it was over. But Patty and Ash going down to the sentry gun, and I'm not sure what killed Ash. Corsa getting the kill onto Jeff though. It's a decent kill. Ubers are even, and Ash, you want to talk about the lab? Ash is on heavy, Patty is on pyro.
This is where it's at. No, let me tell you exactly what's going to come down here. We've got a heavy Ash. He's going to come out the right side of his entrance, which will be in the upper left on if you're defending. And he's going to be playing that sniper, like shooting these different angles, while the pyro's going to be rotating from the lower right. Catch out Jeff at any moment, and then air blast things off the point, and it's going to be fat. Patty's already in position. He's going to get Jeff. He doesn't even know it, dude. Stock gonna be throwing some extra damage. Oh, not even gonna have to worry about that pyro, so now there's much more free reign for Patty to work with here.
It looks like they're taking the exchange in on Corsa. Kryptonite getting flashed in. That's less than favorable if you want an Uber exchange. Daffodil taking the entire Uber. They managed to get the kill on the Kryptonite. What's up with the Heavy? Heavy is shooting the Ubered player. Ash gets the kill onto Daffodil. There's still a sentry gun though. So they need stock on that sentry gun like 5 seconds ago if they want something to happen.
Oh, and that's exactly what happens when you let your heavy play this very awful position. Jeff just walks in from upper and takes out the poor medic and demo while he's distracted fighting what's in front of him. But Ash taking advantage of this Tomislav and his crouched hitbox. He's going to try and get Mr. Phone, but he two-shots him. Not even phased.
Oh, Patty and Kryptonite. Oh my god, poor Phone. Oh, Patty! Patty gets the medic! And is he gonna get the demo too? Oh my god, Maccabeus is so
Burning
weak.
alive.
He's 10 health. He's taunting! He's Patty! Oh, Patty Bear. There's a sentry on last, but Corsa's on the cap. Corsa! Oh my god! Corsa gets the cap. Corsa just runs past the sentry gun and gets the cap. I gotta say,
I love this meta right now.
Changing the game. This is the frog meta.
2-1 with 4 minutes left in this half. We'll see if Dunkmasters can once again maintain their substantially impressive mids. Maccabeus going the long route because apparently he missed a really bad sticky jump, and they're not even at the mid.
This is when Shiny legged out. This is where the pause happened. Yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Both medics, or Ninja Nick now 100% Uber. Pablo, I guess, doesn't have the funny thing, so he doesn't have his Uber yet. Shiny's still not in the server. Ninja Nick use it. What is this BM? They're using into them when they're down the player, and they didn't have their Uber. What the? And Ninja Nick still dies. Oh.
Pablo dropping facts saying I was sent healing at the pause. Questionable. Are we gonna see a match or a round overturned?
Not interested is so Stock getting the spawn camp kill on the phone. Damn. Not interested. Maybe they know their season isn't going as well as they were hoping, so they're thirsty for these rounds.
Man, how far have they fallen? All these names had so much respect at one point in Invite, and now
4 former
debatable.
Froggo players. Now BMing IM move ups. SMH.
In any event, we do have some inkling of stats before they get bopped by the ESEA problems with the stats pages. As I'm looking at it and waiting for the loading match page to load, we got Maccabeus pulling off some solid damage for his team, really doing a lot of work on the side of the Dunkmasters, pulling out the most damage almost in the server, and also second frags, 18 frags and 11 deaths. Very good stat line you want to see on your demo man, especially when it comes to Badlands.
I'm pulling these up right now. I didn't have them open originally. Let me see what I can gather from these. What I can gather
Ash
is
living up to his spy DPM as well as heavy DPM.
Oh, poor Ash. You know, I have also played Flank Scout on Badlands. It's tough. I understand.
It's a struggle.
I understand what Ash is going through right now.
We've all been there.
Mm-hmm. Not much to gain from these logs though. It's pretty obviously it's Badlands, so relatively slow game. Nobody's doing crazy damage. The only person to break 300 DPM is Maccabeus. Stock 269. Nice. Shiny has finally rejoined the server though, so maybe we'll have an ESEA match going on.
So because the current stats that are on ESEA aren't as great as they were before, just a quick rundown, there's actually 75 frags on the side of not interested and 73 frags, so very, very even back and forth. I can't do the damage numbers because I don't have that many fingers, but I assure you that it's very even given how Ash is very low on the DPM and Maccabeus and Frog meta, aka Daffodil, definitely keeping up. Like you can match almost, you can do one of those little like, you know, in class where you match up the description with the term. Like you can do that here with the damage numbers. They're pretty even down the board with each player.
Pablo having double an Ninja DPM. It's Ninja Nick really getting carried, it seemed. And we're live with the second half row. You know what to do.
Yes, it's time to put all my money in what's it called? Not interested, as they're running a heavy to mid.
Oh, Patty, why are you so toxic? Patty, you're getting rolled an invite.
Big bomb coming out from Stock, who's going to go into the face of Phone. Quickly two-taps that little boy. And the aggression coming out from Kryptonite is going to get him killed. Patty makes his way out through the house. Phone not going to be able to survive. He gets behind the Hoodoo. Will be able to play around it and finish off that frag. Very good stuff from the Dunk Masters. They are not going to be trifled with. This is not your match. Not interested. This is Dunk Masters theory.
You know, why is Patty toxic? He's like 2 and 5 in invite. I don't get it. Anyway, Dunk just convincingly winning the mid. Looks like they're gonna take positioning in lobby, but Mac actually going down to some stickies from Stock. Stock getting on the medic, not getting any kills, actually feeding for that kill. At Phone running at Daffodil Craters from Corsa. Jeff getting the pick on the Patty and yeah, nice. Oh,
Phone.
I just realized Pablo dropped everyone.
Oh no! Phone just got dumpstered by Ash on NG.
Oh! Oh my God! Ash got 2. He's a genius.
Well, Ash just put us to shame because he is not as bad as we thought he was. He needed to play the slower scout class. That's why he's been playing heavy. That's why he's playing engineer right now, pushing out into battlements. That's where his aim is like truly, like it lines up with his movement.
Yeah. It's a little toxic. Phone up on the sniper class. It's he's kind of a genius at it. If Pablo is at significant Uber disad. The Uber comes in from house. Phone not managing to get the kill in time. Stock getting the pick onto Shiny as they're trying to kite the Uber. Pablo now on 60%. Although Dunk Masters is at player disadvantage. And looks like Not Interested is trying to overload the flank. Daffodil getting a big kill on a Ninja Nick here. Stock bombing the Spire. And getting some time on that. Oh no! Corsa's getting rich right now, dude. He gets the kill on the Pablo running through Haunter when nobody was looking at him.
Here it is. Patty and Ash seem to be this tag team that love to go behind. They made their way into the battlements through drop down a long time ago and are just now starting to fight. Maccabee is having to contend with Ash, who can't quite get his jumping right. I really don't think Scout is your class, Ash, but he's rushing in. He's making it around. He's finally in the face. He found his calling. Takes him down. No demo man to defend the Spire with, so Dunkmaster's going to have an even harder time, even with all their respawns up. Oh, that charge shot. If it was aimed right at the climb, it would have hit Ninja Nick, and I guarantee you he would have died, especially because he just fell off the Spire.
God, there's some players in the server.
There are players in the server,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they're playing Team Fortress. Ninja Nick, a little bit of Uberad, phone up on Sniper, no engineer on the side of Dunkmasters. They're just content. It's not significant enough Uber this set, but they're pushing dry, actually. Corsa and Patty getting in. Patty bombing the spawn.
Ooh.
Getting the kill on the Daffodil. Really nice rocket. Patty now playing behind the point, shooting rockets at the Heavy. Heavy getting weak, but not dead yet. And Corsa runs onto the point. No demo to stick it off, and he gets the cap.
Yeah, Maccabee was desperate to make something happen as Corsa was finishing off that cap because he didn't have the stickies up. And that's what happens when the rest of your team is shooting who's shooting the point. Did I say that?
Probably.
Over at this next mid, Daffodil going a little bit fast here, waiting for his opportunity to jump over to the house. He does make his way forward as he spots out an aggressive push onto their side of the choke. Not going to be working out for them, but Dunkmasters have conglomerated onto these trains. Kryptonite making his way into Maccabeus will take him down. Frog Meta and Jeff are not going to give this up, though. They get into the face of Kryptonite, who's very low on health. Going to be meeting up with Phone here around the bend. Very nice shots comes out, and Daffodil makes the bomb, but shoots the wrong target. He thought he could finish off Ash. And there it is, Corsa finishing off Phone, who was the last-ditch effort to stop Ninja Nick. He's going to get his Uber, and Dunkmasters are going to be in a very big scramble to defend the Spire and their last.
Shiny up on the spy. Also, I like blinked for a second during that mid, and like when I opened my eyes, the teams were on like opposite sides of the mid. I don't understand what happened. Ninja Nick was like Ninja Nick and his team were in the blue valley, and Stock was like, I don't get it. Shiny off a spy. I believe there was an Uber exchange, right?
Yeah, apparently an Uber was used, and Ninja Nick surfed damage and then made his escape, and it was very confusing. And Corsa's just not caring. He's going straight to last, trying to pull some players into the face of Stock so he can meat grind them. He's on the charge and targe. Or excuse me, the Tide Turner. Not quite the charge and targe, but here's the BM in full force from Not Interested, pulling off attention. Corsa does a mid-air shot as he gets choked inside the last point. Stock goes for the Olapool Caber and dies, and Kryptonite finishes off the cap at 20 HP, and that's a GG. Poor Dunkmasters had such a strong start. I was really feeling good about it, but then it just devolved, and Not Interested showed exactly how much they care about this game based on their name.
Could you imagine like being Patty this season of Invite and getting rolled as hard as you are, and then BMing IM move ups? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta fight. You gotta boost that ego somewhere.
Yeah. But
either way, it was a very good start. It was promising. And Dunkmasters definitely showed that their players are really good. Like Phone, Mac definitely impressed me this game.
It's like I was
saying
saying
from Phone, but yeah.
It's like I was saying earlier. They're not like having the best season numbers wise, but they're doing
their hearts. Yeah,
it's much more impressive than like former IM move up teams who have just like they have a lot of potential. And I know this is like last season of ESEA, but whatever comes next, I'm excited to see what happens with these players, especially Phone, Scuffed Yomps, incredible Scout DM.
Baby Yomps.
I guess
he's not some diamond in the rough. That's the rough part, not the diamond part. He's all diamond. Understand?
He's just a smaller diamond than Yomps.
He's a smaller diamond than Yomps. So these damage numbers won't have changed that much. However, Phone definitely stepping up to the plate as Scout, pulling off 28 kills, almost tying up with Corsa, who maintained a 350 average DPM by the end of the game. I don't know if that's quite accurate damage per minute wise, because it's
Yeah,
not
it's just
exactly
double.
split in half. It's like the second half was a solid
I'm pretty sure
300, 400 DPM, but the first half was only like 260.
I'm pretty sure what it does is it adds the two halves together.
Yes, but it's weirder because the second half is its own number. So a
Mhm.
5-minute half where you did enough damage to be 400 DPM isn't quite the same as a 30-minute first half, you know?
Shh. I just got an RGL medal.
Oh.
I just got a genuine RGL's Highlander Experimental Maps Cup.
Yeah, I was gonna
For
say that
spring,
was a little too far.
for
Boxcar.
spring
Stream's ending, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you've had a great
this is for
time. I've been
spring
Ro. This has been
2018, by the
Boxcar,
way.
who's defecting to the other side. Console on camera. Have a good night.